Right, hello guys, Monkey Boy here. So we've got the Tzeentch rework happening now, or Tzeentch update, shall we say. So we've got a new addition to Tzeentch. It says additional content this time. So hopefully there'll actually be some proper changes. I've not read this yet. This is completely live. We'll see what's in store. So before we get into the details on the new additions for Tzeentch, I wanted to talk to you about the release date and where we are at. The team are still working flat out to finish things, and we found a few things at the start of this week that we need to address before handing things over to you. I'm really pleased to say that the team is making great progress through these last few changes, and we are still on track to release to you later this month. Good. But the release won't be this week, which we had originally been trying to hit. Oh, they were trying to release it this week. So they'll probably release it next week then. Okay. As well as to update you further on the release plans. Bloody, 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 blah. Okay. Listening to feedback on characters and units. We're focusing on improving the melee offering at Tzeentch's disposal for their lords and heroes. So we're getting melee infantry and lords and heroes. That's great. So they're adding connections between Tzeentch and Beatsmen, established with the introduction of Centigors in the DLC. We are now adding Centigors of Tzeentch. Okay, so we're getting Centigors of Tzeentch as well. Having additional Chaos-aligned Beastmen in the Tzeentch roster is something that we always wanted in order to best represent the various forms of Chaos. And the Centigors of Tzeentch will pack quite a bestial punch on your field of battle for you. We also heard your feedback on the appearance of Centigors in game and the expectations of having them beaks. To be clear, in the Warhammer Fantasy battles, okay, so they're not getting beaks. That's fine, they're not getting beaks. Okay, cool. So let's just get straight into the units. So it doesn't look like there's any changes for the actual faction as a whole. Bit disappointing. Maybe it's somewhere later in the blog. But we have a Chaos Lord of Tzeentch, as expected. So this is going to be the melee variant for Tzeentch. Quite interesting. So it's a sword and board variant. So it's going to be heavily armored, shielded, as we were expecting. It's got the Mark of Tzeentch, true power with armored heavy suits of Chaos armor. The shield and magical halberd. So it's a halberd, actually. So it's not a sword, sorry. Shield and halberd. So it's going to be an anti-large Lord of Tzeentch. That's really nice. Disciple of Tzeentch, as a powerful tyrant and fearsome leader, the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch inspires his followers and embolds their resolve by using the change or die ability, which is a Tzeentchian twist on the stand or die. Okay. And improve leadership and damage resistance. Okay, not bad. Which recharges the barrier of nearby allies. Okay. Makes use of the Paragon of Change. Okay, so we can actually recharge barrier. That's really nice, really nice. Disc of Tzeentch and a Chaos Steed for mounts. Then you got the Exalted Hero of Tzeentch. I don't know what this is. That's fine. Two swords. Okay, so it's the two sword variant. Okay, so it's going to be a dual wielding hero. Anti-large specialist. What? So it's not dual? Ah, that's quite cool. So it's got three. It's got three heads. Okay, so it's got the Mark of Tzeentch. The Exalted Hero of Tzeentch benefits from the Mark of Tzeentch. So it's got Anti-Large Specialist and Opportunist. Always scheming and seeking a path to greater glory. The Exalted Hero of Tzeentch takes command of the Lord of... The Lord is... Okay. Takes command if the Lord is slain, bolstering the leadership of the army as he assumes command. Okay. So if the Lord dies, he can actually act as a replacement. It's quite nice, actually. So he can actually mitigate the Lord recently died penalty. That's really good. That's very unique. I like that. Centigors of Tzeentch. So I'm guessing they're going to be unholy combination, combining the Mark of Tzeentch and the Centigor. Stat line marks for a fast Vanguard deploying barrier. So he's got barrier, primal fury. Great weapons. So they're going to be great weapons and armor piercing. So this will basically be good against everything. Be amazing against armor, amazing against physical resistance, everything. Arcane charge. I guess this is the same as the Zangors. Yeah, so they get stronger when spells are casted. Okay, the Change Bringers, a new unit. Okay, so it's a flamer of some sort. Is this a... What? So this is another flamer. A step up from your normal flamers of Tzeentch, change bringers. Have them... sorry, I'm just reading this. Okay, so they're able to fly. Okay, so that's the difference. So they fly across the battlefield. So it's a flamer of Tzeentch that flies. So it's like a flaming chariot, basically. Okay, that's it? Yeah, that's it. So they get 4 new units. Chaos Lord, Chaos Hero, Zangor, not Zangor, sorry. Centigors, and another Flamer. I'm going to be honest. That's a little bit disappointing, this one. That's quite disappointing, to be honest. That's not as much as I was hoping. There's no changes to the actual mechanics of Tzeentch. There's no changes to the Changeling himself. We got the basic 2 units that we were expected to have. This is really cool, but it's just a reskin. It's got 3 heads instead of 1, but it's the same unit. This is really cool here, where it bolsters the leadership of the army when the Lord dies. So it's got cool abilities, but I was honestly expecting a lot more than this. It's not as interesting as I was hoping, to be honest. But yeah. All right, guys. That's going to be it for this video. I guess we're going to see Kislev next week, right? Oh, later this week. So it'll probably come out Thursday or Friday. Okay, so we'll hear about Kislev this week as well. All right, guys. A little bit disappointing, this one. I think the Cathey changes were much stronger than this. But until then, guys, thank you very much for watching.